run a HR consultancy business that focuses on sales, and that looks at the elements of resourcing, recruiting and retaining salespeople in their roles to help my clients recruit the best person from the start. I work with them through the recruitment process, and then I stay in touch with the candidate through coaching for 6 months to make sure that they're really successful. I work best with companies who are manufacturing, engineering or distribution based, simply because of my own background, and perhaps companies who are a little bit smaller, so SMEs who want to make sure that the people they hire actually give a return on their investment very quickly. Larger companies are a little bit easier for people to make mistakes in sales because it gets mopped up, whereas in smaller companies it's more important for salespeople to consistently perform well across the board. So I go through the whole process of recruiting and selecting a shortlist that really matches the brief rather than just looking at keywords. I telephone screen and interview the candidates, and then when it comes to actually the latter end part of the recruitment, the interview process, I sometimes interview on my client's behalf so they can observe the interview if they want to. So I really work in partnership with them. And then when it comes to retention, once the job offer is made, we've got the right person, I actually keep in contact, work with the candidate. Sometimes potential makes a far better candidate for a job than somebody who's done the same job over and over and over again, because they become a bit hackneyed and you can't actually be over-experienced. Whereas if you recruit for someone with potential, they have the drive and the motivation and the enthusiasm because they're learning something new. But there has to be a balance between recruiting for potential and then going for experience. The reality is that 3 out of every 5 sales job offers made in this country fail within the first 2 years, which is very sad because the cost of hiring into sales, it becomes a self-perpetuating error, and companies keep making the same mistake time after time after time, so they keep getting big attrition in their sales teams, and that's what I aim to eradicate. It's better for companies to hire for the long term, and it's better for the employees to stay in the long term because they know they're in a job that actually suits them. I think the biggest difference in the service that I give to probably the rest of the industry, and I'm not saying other people probably work in the same way, is that I work with the client from the moment that they decide they want to recruit all the way to the back end and beyond, rather than just purely take charge of that central bit, which is about the resourcing part and sending CVs. Because in the end, recruitment is a process, and I offer my clients consultancy throughout the whole process. And next time we repeat the process with their next hire, I already know their business, so I can work from a point of intelligence and understanding rather than every time having to relearn and make assumptions that are probably false.